Hi there, I'm Amy Wegman. Here's a look at some of the stories making headlines today. Most of the flooding that Southwest Florida saw from Elsa over the past day, it is gone now as of today. The waters receded, but some people in Cape Coral say they still have concerns. They're worried about what all that extra water we saw is going to do to their seawalls. One local marine construction expert tells Fox 4 that the water that soaked the ground, specifically in the Cape, will cause the ground to swell, and that could put extra pressure on the seawalls, causing them to collapse in some cases. With an especially active hurricane season expected this year, he says if you have any doubts about your seawall, you should really have it looked at before we see another storm in our area. All of that rain left behind by Elsa does mean more mosquitoes might be on their way to Southwest Florida. I know we don't want to hear this, but it's true. That standing water creates the perfect place for mosquitoes to lay the eggs, and of course they will hatch there. So an FGCU professor tells us we can expect to see a lot more mosquitoes specifically within the next couple weeks, but he says you don't have to worry too much about those mosquitoes carrying viruses. He says the likelihood of viruses being found in those mosquitoes that come out after storms, it's actually very low. Elsa left some people with water damage at their homes, and this morning, the Better Business Bureau says scam artists will likely be coming into town trying to get you out of your money. So the BBB says many of these scammers will offer to fix your roofs, any water damage you might have, because they saw that you got some damage from Elsa. They also say they know a lot of people already needed roof repairs before we saw all of that water drop in our area.
You could have people knocking on your doors. You could even receive a text message or a phone call claiming to be from a government agency like FEMA, trying to either gather personal information from you or trying to claim maybe an unlicensed contractor. We call them storm chasers, claiming that they can do the repairs, do it now, let's get this resolved for you.
And it doesn't take a major storm for these scammers to show up. Just something like Elsa that dropped a lot of water can have them in town. So the thing to keep in mind here is professional contractors are required to have a license. They'll have a license number that's recorded with the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation. And if you hire someone to do work at your home, you should ask to see that license. We want to make sure that this doesn't happen to you and you don't get scammed by a contractor, or I should say someone who's not a contractor. So the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation does have a website where you can verify a contractor's license. That will warn you about red flags, suspended license, other past problems that people have had. So the agency says if you do come across an unlicensed contractor, report them right away. The number is 866-532-1440. You can also email them. It's ula@myfloridalicense.com. Trent?
All right, Amy, we continue to watch the radar and our forecast pretty closely because with saturated ground here, we don't need a lot of rain, but we're going to see our typical showers and thunderstorms here in the afternoon, about a 40 to 50% chance here today with a high of 92. Overnight tonight, those showers and storms will come to an end, 76. We get into that typical rainy season pattern here over the weekend, and it doesn't budge. Check this out. Our forecast doesn't change much. 91 and 75 is our average this time of year, and we are right on track. All is quiet behind Elsa in the tropics, and anytime you want to check that or the radar, it's available at fox4now.com.